Spender. So what happens is there's generally, when I run into people, when we do their economic model, there's three types of people that, oops, I didn't share. I'm not sharing. Okay, here we go. There's three types of people that we run into. So you want to kind of see who you are on this, right? So I run into the spender, and so the spender, they live below. So this is your zero line, the timeline. And so if you, or the debtor, right? So that means debt means you spent money you've not yet earned. So you're using future earnings as collateral, okay? And so you need a car, go get the car, pay it back, pay it off, back to zero. Need something else, and so you need another car, right? So this is what I call people, most people I run into are trapped in the debt paradigm. And so there's two sides: you earn, you borrow, you spend, and you repay. You repay others, right? Or this is the one side of the debt paradigm, the spender, right? You basically, people say, I want to get out of debt. All I hear is you're working your way up to zero. Okay. You have nothing, you owe nothing. All right. I don't think that's why I say it's incomplete. And so the other side of that is the saver, right? So this is the other side of the debt paradigm. So the saver, I save, but you're saving what? Saving is really just delayed spending. Okay. You get what you need and want, you drain the tank, right? You withdraw it, and then you got to save it back up again. So you still end up at zero. Okay. And so I would probably argue it's better, but this is Uncle Dave, right? And so this is like, get out of debt, pay cash for everything. Save, drain the tank. Save, drain the tank. So I would argue that's better, especially if you're a spendthrift, but I think it's incomplete. But it does take a lot of discipline. So the problem is the discipline aspect of it. Okay. And so what we want you to be here at Practical Wealth is the wealth creator. Okay. So the wealth creator says, okay, what's the first rule of wealth? Somebody unmute and answer.
Part of
Brian.
what you earn is yours to keep.
Part of what you earn is yours to keep. First lesson in Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? So if you make, I'm gonna use round numbers because I don't feel like counting. Let's say your household income is 100,000. Our first principle is save. Save what? 15%. I'm working up to 15 to 30, but 15% of your gross income. So that's $15,000 a year. Okay. So what if you did that? Now, the problem is you can't just leave it alone because it's not going to work. But what if you stored it somewhere that when you needed money, you didn't have to drain the tank? You could literally borrow against it, do what you got to do. See, because what's the money for life framework? The money for life framework is earn it, bank it, borrow it, spend it, repay it, and repeat. Okay. And so earn it, bank it, save, spend it, repay it, repeat. Earn it, bank it, borrow it, spend it, repay it. But what's the difference? What is the direction of your money doing?
It's
Going
growing.
up. It's growing, right? So every year you should be a little bit better off than you were the year before, guaranteed. Okay. And so now what happens is when I talk about the legacy part, what a lot of times we're missing a piece because, all right, let's say you do this, but when, not if you pass away, your family could go back down to the zero line. So what I want to do is keep that going. That people talk about they want to create generational wealth. Well, this is how that starts. You got to look at your money differently. All right. So where debt free is good. So we're going to talk about that next. But here's the spender. I'm going to do it on the tanks, right? So the spender spends 100% of their income only focused on today. They have no collateral. The only option when you have a major purchase is other people's money. So now you've spent money you've not yet earned. You borrow, pays it back plus interest, and you're always digging a bigger hole for yourself. Okay. So here is the saver. The saver saves in their qualified plan at work. They save extra for current lifestyle. Oh, I got my vacation fund. I got a SUS. I'm putting aside this money for college. And then when they get to it, right? Because what is saving but delayed spending? So they want to pay cash to avoid, they think they're avoiding interest and debt. Then they drain the tank and they pay cash, but they don't put it back, right? And so you finance everything you buy. And then what we want you to become is the wealth creator, right? So you're earning money because, see, there's a war going on in your household between current lifestyle and future lifestyle, right? And so you got to, if you want to stay above the zero line, you got to save money, enough money necessary for today and tomorrow, right? You got to diversify accounts to create access to capital. See,